that's how we do it there. You know what it is. Oh, Eagles way of boxing. Oh yeah, yeah. Friday rap, man. We in here for another one. Friday rap. Just talk about whatever we can talk about. Not try to bring up too many things that can't be explained or whatever. I don't know. I just don't know this boxing. The participants are almost like just regular characters in a movie or something. One week boxing is okay, the next week it's all weird and all over the place. So I just don't know. But we're gonna see how it works out. We gotta see what it do, baby. That's it. Oh, yeah. So this weekend we're gonna talk about, you know, my picks are already in, okay? So I'm not trying to steal anybody's picks or nothing like that. But so my picks are already in. We don't worry about that. We um this one just kind of curious to what what you guys thinking over this weekend. You know, I think I might have missed a fight too. I don't know. Hopefully I do better than 80, 90 this week. 160. Sounds good. Yeah, I'm looking for a place. I just don't get the way that people, you know, some of the ways that people, their idea of, you know, like landscaping or whatever, it's very weird. People do weird stuff. It's like, oh, this would be cool. Now that dude, that's not necessarily cool, man. Not necessarily cool. But to each, to have their own, you know, whatever. If that's what you feel, if you feel like something works for you, then that's what you do. If that's what works, you know. But I tell you what, that's the thing though. Being trapped, when you're trapped, that could do it. You know, when you get trapped, I'm not gonna elaborate. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. Is when you get trapped. Yeah, when you get trapped, a lot of times that does it. Um, I don't know if you want to call it a form of being stir crazy, but it's just like you get trapped, and which all of us are. We all trapped, so it is what it is. Don't you love that saying? It is what it is, what it is. Yes, it is. It's too much, is what it is. Yeah, we're gonna discuss our guy Lubin a little bit too. I don't want to sleep on him, but at the same time, I just want to try to, break a few things down, um, because we want to give him a fair shake. We want to give him a fair break, a fair shake, and more or less what I can say about it. We want to give him a fair break and a fair shake. Hopefully. Hopefully he'll be able to come back strong. I know a lot of people were really high up on Lubin, like for real, like really thinking that he was going to, that he could, make it in the boxing in his division. That he was going to do great things, and he just had a couple of major setbacks. We'll see what it is, You can't just, a lot of times you can't just talk the game. I mean, the saying, even in life, the saying that a lot of people have, you gotta, don't just talk about that, be about that. Okay, well, that's what it is. If that's what it is, that's what it is. Then that's what you got to be. You got to be about it. So, we'll see. We'll see if he's about that action. If he's in this thing, if he's in this boxing thing to win, or if he's in this boxing thing to just hang around and be an early gatekeeper. I actually like him, but sometimes his style. Salute to my brother out there. Jay Brown is up in Eagles Web box. He says salute to Eagle. The Can Man Web. That's right. Anybody can and will. Jay Brown. Anybody can and will get it. Even Sir Flame, I don't care, man. Sir Flame can get it. Even though that's my brother, he can get it. Yeah. Oh, sir up in there. Sir with the Eagles Web breakdown every time he come up in here. He has the Eagle Web breakdown to let the casuals, those unsuspected people, know what's going up. He says salute at Jay Brown, coming from the brother Sir Flame up in here. Yeah, I know a lot of people don't like to hear this, the news and stuff, but I just do not know about this whole thing with the submarine. So this whole thing with the submarine, this much condolences goes out. But at the same time, it's hard to give condolences to people that are supposed to be above. They're supposed to be above you in intellect. Or it would definitely seem like they would be above you in intellect when it comes to having as much money as you got, and you had to use quite a few brain cells to acquire your fortune. But then at the same time, you just hop off in some type of a craft that's unproven. I don't know. For me, that's a scary situation. For me, that's something that seemed like it might be, it could be believable, but at the same time, it could be unbelievable. So I'm just saying, and I don't want people hate wishes and stuff. Well, you just don't know evil. Things like that happen. They had faith and stuff and blah 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 blah. But my issue here is that this whole craft, that it made it through the situations, Sir Flame. It made it through it before. Is my understanding is that this craft made it through all this stuff before, but now all of a sudden it decided not to make it. Like somebody's old car and stuff. You've been relying on this car to make it to a certain all the time. You've been relying on this car. Oh, don't worry about old Charlie. You named your car Charlie. Oh, don't worry about Charlie. Charlie can make it. And all of a sudden, Charlie just don't make it. And wasn't nothing wrong with him. He didn't have no oil pressure problems. Didn't have no oil problems. Burnt gas properly. The fuel, everything. The engine was running properly, and all that. And all of a sudden, Charlie decides, hey, that's it for me. He just gave up the he gave up the ghost per se. He gave up the car ghost, for no reason. He said, Charlie, what you doing, Charles? Charlie like, nah, I'm good, son. Charlie good. He telling you he good. I'm good. What you mean you good? You ain't good yet. We got to get from A to B first, and then you can be cool. Because we ain't cool yet. But I don't really know. As long as they have been, working on subs and stuff like that, you would figure, you would figure even the guy, you figure you would at least Google how to, how, how to construct it a little bit or something. I don't know. I'm more into electronics than anything. I'm about to give my friend, I got a buffer that I had made. I had it for a long time, but I'm not using it. And I saw him using the handheld the other day, so I said, I'll just give this to him. So I'm gonna give it to him. I'll take it to him after I get off of work. But that's something I made, electronics. But I don't know. It seemed like you would have. They were showing, how these things collapse. And so they showed, I got a can here, and they showed how the thing just gets all flattened out, the cylinder, how it just gets all flattened out like that. But when I seen that, it's like, you know what? They're not telling the whole story when they show that, because they're not showing any kind of reinforcement. Because if you have reinforcement inside that, no matter if you got crushing pressure, it's gonna still collapse around whatever support you got. It's not going to crush the support, too. I see you out there, Gil Cole. Salute, brother. Gil Cole's up here. But anyway, Sir Flame says salute to Eagles Web. Salute to the chat. And as always, he said, jab the like button on y'all neck. He said, don't get naked. Eagles Web boxing. He got the fire up good with that 100. Them gloves. Don't forget about them things, baby. Don't forget about it. Yeah, Jay Brown says, as Sir Flame, salute. Sir Flame said, yes, that whole subject is sketchy as F. It is. It's too sketchy, man. I just don't see nobody with that kind of brain power to have that kind of money. I just don't see nobody with that brain power to just, get up on something. It's almost like that, don't take us down, YouTube, but we ain't saying nothing wrong. That's just like that flight. What was it, Malaysia? That's just like that flight over Malaysia had all those so-called engineers. I heard it was like about 20 or something, like great engineers in there. And then the engines on that plane were supposed to be Rolls-Royce engines, which are trackable. They track there's no way. And then they're saying that the Navy picked up the implosion like a few days ago. I'm like, come on. But you picked up the implosion. What they doing, they make stuff worse and worse on themselves because we keep certain information in our mind. Gil Coles, I'm reading all the way down at the bottom. He said Eagles Web seems to turn everything into a conspiracy. No, I'm not making it into a conspiracy, Gil. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying things that are factual. I'm not making it a conspiracy. Think about it. Just like when I show you this, I got this can here, right? Like say I can crush this can, right? But say I got four things on the inside. There's like these little rings made out of steel that's in there. I can't crush the can now. If I can collapse some of it, I'm just saying, man. It just a lot of shit is sketchy, Gil. You like to, I don't know, brother. Don't take everything that these people tell you as being factual evidence, man. You got too much confidence in these people, man. You got way too much confidence in these people. I watched a clip the other day where there was a baby girl. She's 10 years old. And because she was hiding from the police or whatever, they just snatched her up and handcuffed her for no crime. There's no harm towards anybody. How could a 10-year-old even commit some type of a crime? The crime of, of eluding the police. Come on. There's no, a 10-year-old is no such thing as eluding the police because she's not a fugitive in the first place. I'm just saying, you can't trust everything these people, just because somebody throws something out there, you go, oh yeah, that's what it is. Come on. You don't even believe that when it comes to these fighters. You don't believe everything they say because they end up showing you that it's not true. Because according to Bud just gonna beat the brakes off Earl like Earl shouldn't have never been fighting. Come on, I ain't never seen you ain't why didn't you beat the brakes off Gamboa like he had never gotten a fight before? Stop it. That's all cap. You ain't doing all that. I'm not trying to believe I'm not trying to believe everything, man. I'm not trying to believe this just because you open your mouth and say something. I'm not just trying to believe that because I can look around and see stuff. You can look around and you would live in a big city, especially if you're in Florida, you got all these big cities there. I tell you what you do. You go down and you look at some of these old buildings, like the real old buildings that have these slabs of granite and marble and stuff like that. And then look and see where it says that it was actually built. It's not going to tell you when it was built. And then you think in your mind, why doesn't it say when it was built? Because these people love to put plaques on stuff when it was built. Now, I might say found it, which that's a deceptive word, found it, because that's when they found it. Or I might say established, erected. Not going to say built, because some of those buildings been around for thousands of years. Come on. The United States, the so-called United States is not even 1,000 years old. I'm just saying, brother, sometimes you have to think outside. You can't just think, okay, this is because it was written in a book. I could write a book right now and put all lies in it. So, oh yeah, that's what it says in the book. Okay, but it's all lies though. all that shit was lies and stuff. Jay Brown said that Lubin's chin and not to be defensive responsibly sound has stopped him from being a champion. Yeah, the chin is well, it wasn't just the chin, I think it was the bravery. We could say it was the chin, but at the same time it was the bravery of skill set and just not having enough of a chin. Sir Flame is salute at Jay Brown, and then Jay Brown right back at Sir Flame. Salute, brother. Sir Flame again. Yeah, that whole subject is sketchy. Yeah, sketchy as F, man. Jay Brown again. Eagles Web getting humbled doesn't always mean you're gonna make it. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true too. Gil Coles at Jay Brown. He said, what Eagle Web talking about today? Yeah, always. Sir Flame says salute at Gil Coles. Gil Coles at Sir Flame with the Honey Hunt. And Jay Brown at Jay Coles. He talking to submarine that never made it back above water. Yeah. And then now Gil Coles at the bottom laughing. So, just because they tell us stuff, you know what? I'm telling you, man, it's too much. I'm not saying conspiracy, but think about it. They had the same thing, the same kind of scenario on The Simpsons years ago, and that's a animated series. They had that whole thing where they was going down trying to get treasure off the Titanic or whatever, and Homer got stuck down there. Come on, man. It's like, what is that? And this is not the only example, but Talib Kweli, he had that, that art imitates life. And that saying was out before Talib. Before Talib came up with that saying was already out. It was already out. The art imitating life, life imitating art. It's like, I don't know if this is like really, is it coincidental? Do you look like your family all the way back? Another little small thing. Do you look like your family back from the 1600s and from the 1000s? Do you look like those same people? Because for some reason they pulling up these pictures, man, that look like a lot of these celebrities, and these pictures are like from the 1800s and stuff like that. It's just crazy, crazy. It's coincidental. Yep. Jay Brown at Kill Coach, yeah. Stop believing everything, because we don't want to pick your ass up after you when you fall. Yep. I'm not saying conspiracy, but I'm saying conspiracy. But for me, it's just open discussion. It's just that, how do we feel about it? Sir Flame said it just seemed like the shit sound, shady. It sounds sketchy. I don't know what Jay Brown said about it or what he thinks about it, but for Sir Flame, he said that whole thing, it's sketchy as F, man. It's publicity. Okay, this is a point that somebody made up too. Says this grown folks chat right now. So we'll get right back. We'll get back to the boxing. So somebody brought up this point, and tell me if this makes sense, Jay Brown. Somebody brought up this thing where, okay, and this is a shame. This is a tragedy. They said that over somewhere, I think over in the Mediterranean or whatever, there was people that was 500 people on the boat. There was, they was trying to get asylum somewhere, political asylum. And that boat ended up sinking, and nobody even went after them. So now, in this case, you got just 5 people, and you got the Coast Guard, looking for them. And I don't mean it. This shit is it's crazy, because the comedian that passed away, he was talking about the football players that went down, I guess close to, off the Florida coast. And he just made he made fun of it. I did laugh, but it's not really laughable, but I did laugh because of the way he was said it. Because he said there's certain people that they will look for and all these things. Just look for. If they come up missing, there's certain people they'll look for. And then there's certain people that they won't look for. Because he was talking about the football players. He said they went out there and looked for those football players. He said 8 minutes. Maybe. He said maybe 8 minutes that they looked for him, and he was just standing on the beach. He said they was just standing on the beach looking, squinting their eyes like, oh, we can't see him, or the weather is just so weathery, it's difficult. I'm like, oh, wow. But just him making that little satire about the missing athletes, if that doesn't make you just think a little bit sometimes, then I think there's no hope for you. Because sometimes you have to look at it like, why have we been in so much turmoil? Does anybody even in here? Does anybody even in this chat? Do you know how many wars the United States have been in since 1970? Now we'll even go higher than that. How many wars have we been in? So we'll just skip. Okay, we'll just go past Vietnam. Since Vietnam, how many wars has the United States been in? How many so-called wars and conflicts have we been in? No. Okay, since you hear me. Hey, Google, how many wars have the United States had in the last 40 years? Oh, now she ain't got no information. She was interrupting. She's not even in this room. Or Google's not even in here. To me holler at her again. Hey, Google, how many wars have we had in the last 30 years in the United States? Now, she ain't got no information, but the information's out there, but she don't want to talk about it. There's quite a few. because in between the Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, in between all of those, it's been like little stuff. There's all kinds of little stuff. Why? Did you feel like at home? Did you feel like you? Did you feel safer? That's the question. Did we feel safer when the United States goes to war? Do you feel? Do we feel safer? Especially if you're in certain neighborhoods, do you feel safer when they're at war? Okay, Gilco said, I believe when they said they reported they heard banging, that was to keep the family of the passengers hopeful when the banging sound was really the ship imploding. God dang, Gil. Gil said, oh, that's what, so is that what, so is that what the sound was, Gil? I see you down there, Michael Johnson's boxing talking more. Mr. Johnson. Okay, Mr. Johnson. He want people. He want his first name to be Mister now. He said, "What it do? What it do, brother? Salute." Gil silly. Gil said he just want the family to have some hope. I just don't believe that whole. It's hard for me. They got to show me some. I got to see some remains of the sub. You know why? It's because they said that there was fragments and stuff like that out there in the search area. It was so much stuff, and then they always come up with something new. I see. This is what I need, though. I need this explanation. I need this explanation. I need this. This is the explanation I need from you, Gil, or anybody. I need this explanation. Is how did this so-called vehicle? How did it make it down to the wreckage? 3 or 4 times is what they reported. 3 or 4 times before, but this time it all of a sudden it just failed. It don't add up. If they've been down there before and then all of a sudden it just implode. And from all I'm not an expert at that deep sea diving shit because I don't even go out. I don't even go out in the ocean like that. The last time I was out in the ocean, I mean I'm a water person. I used to work out in the ocean, but I don't really necessarily like it. But I was out there, with people that was unexperienced. I wasn't that nervous or nothing, but I seen everybody going down into the galley. Like a lot of people that was on the boat was all sick. We went out there fishing, but it's not my favorite. Cause you out there just adrift. Are you kidding me? You just adrift and shit. You don't know if the freaking engines don't start or something. and out there on the ocean, man, it's just you might as well just be in a bathtub. If you're out there in the middle of the ocean, you might as well just be in a bathtub. I just don't get it. I'm just confused. I'm just confused, everybody, because it's like, oh, we made it successfully all these other times, but now all of a sudden, now we imploded. Come on, it was. So in other words, that thing was going through structural damages before, and nobody noticed it. You can't notice this. Like even if somebody put if I had this can that I crushed up, if I put a couple of dents in there and I did not crush it, but I put a couple of dents, I would say it's a little bit. Hey, what's wrong with that thing? Got a couple of dents in it. It's getting a little bit weak. I'll see you down there, Derek, baby. Salute to Derek. But Gil said that little bang. He said they out there. They just told the family. See, now you're on the same page if you saying stuff like that. That they did. I think they just I think they was bullshitting the family. That's more or less what you're saying. Is they would say, oh, we heard banging, to get everybody all hopeful. That's cold, man, because that's like pulling the rug from underneath your feet. Yeah, Jay Brown said, I feel nothing when this country goes to war. It's just another day. That's the same way. I don't feel no say, oh yeah, a good thing we're over there getting whoever. The outsider. The outsider. Y'all know I don't want to say certain stuff. Because they'll ban my Jay Brown, they have banned Eagles chat from countries like 2 or 3 times. They sent me a notification and said that my content can't be seen in certain countries. And that's all because of Sir Flame and them and Derek Bailey. They start off with these subjects and stuff. They know I'm not gonna be quiet. They know I'm gonna talk about them. And so they done got me. They get me banned from other countries. Small as my forum is, man. Come on, how many chats get banned from other countries? Like, nah, we can't be having that kind of propaganda coming out to our country and stuff. He's trying to make people aware of stuff. We can't have that shit. It's like, why? We ain't saying nothing wrong up in here. Maybe Derek Bailey or somebody. We ain't saying nothing wrong up in here. We're trying to ask the questions. That's all we're trying to do is just ask a few questions. Can we ask a few questions, sir? Then nah, y'all can't be asking questions. It's like, damn, man, y'all, what's wrong with y'all? Huh? but Mr. Johnson said, yeah, that's right. Derek Bailey said, salute Eagles Web Boxing. He said, every time he bring his ass in here late, he said, I'm late. I've been here. Shit. I've been in here. It was me and Jay Brown. Don't even start that shit. Tell him, Jay Brown. It was me and Jay Brown. We started the show off. Don't come in here and start no shit. It's me and Jay Brown. Then Sir Flame came in. Then I don't know the order after that. Then I think Gail came in after that. Yep. But Jay Brown is at Derek Bailey. Salute Derek Bailey at Mr. Johnson Boxing Talking More. Derek Bailey at Jay Brown. Derek Bailey at Gil Coles. Gil Coles right back at you with the honey hun. Derek Bailey at Sir Flame. Mr. Johnson. He said it happened to my boy last week. He said EnuJ said no. Yep. And then Mr. Johnson again said, Derek, I see you. Gil Cole said, hold up, Eagles Web. What them Champ Ross numbers looking like? Oh, my Champ Ross numbers, man, I gotta do better this week. I think I might have been a little bit overzealous right now on some of my picks. But I did have Lubin. We'll get to it though. I had Lubin as I think I had him as unanimous decision. Hey, I'll tell you all my picks. I'll go through them. So I got Lubin. Let me see. I'll finish seeing with you. I got Granados by. Like I said, I might be a little bit overzealous, but I got Granados by 8-round KO. I gave Hunter a KO, and I gave Berlanga a KO also. So I put some KOs in there. I wasn't trying to just be safe and put majority decision and unanimous decision. So yeah, I still haven't fell down to like. I don't think I'm not below like 50. I'm not way down there, but my number's been pretty consistent, you know. But sometimes I just go crazy. It's not good for me to be in this kind of competition because sometimes I just go crazy because a lot of times I'm like, I know I'm supposed to, you know, I know I should be picking fights this way, but I get on some kind of hate thing where, yeah, I don't like this guy. So I get on that hate shit where I just, yeah, man, I don't even like him, man, like that. And once I don't like somebody a certain way, then I just like, I just kill my pick. You know, I kill my picks because just because I don't like somebody. Like, yeah, man, this dude, man, I don't even like him like that. And so I mess my picks up. I can't keep it straight. I need to keep it straight. Like, no, I got to stay strictly. I got to tell myself, stay strictly boxing. Stay strictly boxing. Be professional. Stay strictly boxing, but I won't. I won't do it. Yeah, a lot of times. Yep. Yeah. Oh, Bruce up in there. I didn't even see Bruce. Bruce Gas Boxing, Jazz Moore, Eagles Web Boxing, salute, brother. Yep. But that's how I'll go through my list though. Derek Bailey laughing. Yep. Bruce Gas he's at Deke to the Bailey. He's at Gil Coles. In that Mr. Johnson Boxing Talking More. In that Jay Brown, salute, brothers. In that Sir Flame, I think. I haven't heard. Oh, Sir Flame right there. There we go. Gil Cole say, Bruce, yeah. Derek Bailey, salute at Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more. Jay Brown at Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz. And also Sir Flame, salute at Derek Bailey. Mr. Johnson Boxing Talking More say, billionaire went to the bottom of the ocean on a vessel that was shady. I know somebody like, like, we got him, yeah. Yeah, that part right there, that whole... The billionaire decides to risk it all for a shady little... I mean, the thing about it is there's other companies, though. There's companies that do that deep sea diving shit. I've seen them. I didn't go there. I didn't go down there with them. But when they see, and now tell me, so y'all put up a one if y'all ever seen this though. When y'all see this, they got these crafts and stuff. And they take like maybe one or two people down, and they go down so far where the water's not even moving. They go so far down the ocean where the water's not moving, and they see all these different, all these strange creatures that like that would clear that you can see through their skin, or they glow in the dark or something like that. Tell me, y'all put up a one if y'all have ever seen those. So they got subs to go down and just research that part alone. Uh, let's do it right now. We'll do it right now. Cause this to show that all of us ain't crazy as hell. Listen, we're gonna do it right now. I'm gonna check it right now. Cause Google trying to play me right now. Y'all heard Google and they're trying to play me. Yeah, she was all in my business at first, right? Y'all hear her hollering from the other room? You know, she hollering from the other room. And then when I try to ask her, see. Oh, see. Right away, everybody been looking for this. So before I even put it on, somebody was already, somebody had already had looked it up. And see, I know this is straight up bull. Because that wasn't even, where they went down wasn't even the deepest. Now here it is, I'm going to read it to y'all right now. It says on March, then I got this on, this is a little Google article right here out of this, maybe it's Wikipedia. It says on the 26th of March, 2012, it says Cameron reached the bottom of the Challenger Deep, the deepest part of the Mariana Trench. And y'all know that the Mariana Trench is supposed to be the deepest in the sea. The maximum depth recorded during this record-setting dive was 10,908 meters, basically higher than Mount Everest meters. It's 35,000. This is how high planes fly, 35,787 feet, measured by Cameron at the moment of touchdown. The depth was 10,898 meters. And then there's another one that it says that there's actually plastic down there. There's another one that's down there. Okay. China has one that says China has one. It's like everybody's been looking for this, man. So it's not like, it's not like I'm trying to catch somebody in a lie. But I'm not trying to get caught up, though. I'm not trying to get caught up and just feeling all, grieving. Oh man, that's the family. Too bad. I got to be on my wake up. I got to be on my wait a minute. I have to have my wait a minute moments. Like, how a billionaire? Shady craft. What? Because he a billionaire. He could have made his own craft. That shit just ain't. I don't know. Yes, conspiracy, ego, whatever. Shit just ain't adding up, brother. I'm just telling you. The shit, it's just not adding up. And then you got one down. We just read about one right now that went down twice as far as this one. And supposedly they had made it before. We'll make it again. That's like these death-defying rides and stuff, man. Damn, Sir Flame. I've seen some of these new rides they got for these amusement parks. I'm glad I'm a grown ass man, dog. I've seen some of these new rides as fast as they are and what they do. I'm like, how in the hell y'all, man, ain't no way. You couldn't even, there's not an amount of money you can get me to go on some of these so-called rides they got at these amusement parks. I seen this one, it spins you like a merry-go-round. It has an arm that spins you like this, like a merry-go-round. But at the same time, it flips you over like somebody playing 3-card. And it's real big. It flips you over like this. And then it flips you over and then spins. It spins at an angle. I mean, I'm talking about not like old school, not like it goes down like kind of slow. It's real big. But it flips over literally like about this fast. And I'm going to say it's probably like 40, like from 40 feet. You go from here to here in like a second. And then it does some other kind of spin. It comes up and at the same time you're doing this. And you had some people that were like, they were kind of narrating the clip, shaking their head like, oh hell no, ain't no way, no, ain't no way I get on some shit like that. I guess I retired, y'all. I guess I'm just, for me, I'm roller coaster now only. Sorry. So any of the youngsters in the family want to go, if if I'm around, they can have fun on all that shit. I'm roller coaster now. Yep. Everybody put up them ones though. See, everybody seen that shit that they down there. Cause see, I know we interested in some of the same kind of shit though. Yeah, I seen that tip way down at the bottom of the ocean picking up shit that you see these octopus with no arms and shit, big old eyes and just going by, all these little clear fishes and stuff. Man, y'all stop trying to play us like we don't know shit. Damn. Derek said, remember that other billionaire that went missing when they were flying across the desert and they couldn't find his plane? Right. It's always something new. Yeah. That shit just don't sound right. Okay, Derek Bailey, Gil sent you a little message. He said that Derek Bailey said your short team this week, right? Okay, Gil Coles. Derek Bailey said, yep, Gil Coles. Michael Johnson said, I see you, Gil. Michael Johnson said, oh, Bruce. Yeah, but they always got some bullshit. Should have took his rich tail to the moon. Yeah, should have went out in space like the rest of them. Yeah, but everybody got up to one. See that all this shit, y'all can't trick everybody. See, I'm glad that y'all come in here because I don't like to be around people that everybody fall for the same okie shit. Y'all all grown folks. That's what we call it, grown folks chat. We don't need no kids in here that believe everything they hear. We don't need no bullshit like that. We don't need you in here if you're gonna be in here like believing everything that you hear. Ain't nobody got to show you nothing. Ain't nobody from Missouri. Don't nobody, that's my family from there too. I got family from there. Show me state. No, you got to show me. Ain't nobody trying to just believe that shit. Yeah, Derek said, yeah, they won't admit that they got subs that go that deep. Yep, they ain't trying to tell nobody. Bruce Gass, he's on it now. He said them people were nuts going down there in that mini sub. Yeah, that's that part right there too, Bruce. Stupid shit. Derek Bailey said right at Bruce Gass. Yep. And then Michael Johnson back. He said could have built built them some three small pyramids in 1995. And if you act now, get 3 months worth of life insurance. Oh wow. And another thing that's another part of it too. Now you make the fun and when you come up, Michael Johnson, but that's part of it also, brother. Is a lot of people think that it was an insurance thing. A lot of these things you can see when you just look at it for the tragedy, then you miss the back end. The back end is who gains from it. What are they leaving? Did they have? You got to ask. See, I'm not conspiracy, but you got to ask all kind of questions. Was there any patents that they had pending? What kind of insurance did they have? Who looks to gain out of it? Were they in any kind of trouble? Were they about to expose something? I'm sorry, man. Now you got to play a detective. When you hear anything, you got to play detective now. Derek Bailey said he wasn't in a submersible though, right? Yeah, he was in it. Derek Bailey said, Michael Johnson said, Derek, right, because that joint looked like a damn ski. I don't know. So which one, does anybody know which one was the craft? Because I keep seeing this shit that looks like, what's that silverfish called? The one that is straight across like that, and then it has like a little point. I keep seeing 2 or 3 different crafts that they're trying to say was the craft, man. Come on, y'all got to get your pictures together, man. If y'all gonna trick us and fool us, get your pictures and shit together. Yep, Gil Cole said, I bet James Cameron sub didn't have PlayStation controllers. Was it PlayStation or was it Xbox? And see that shit sound. Now I'm gonna tell you something, Gil. You make fun about that shit, but that shit sounded kind of. That shit sounded sketch to me. I'm sorry, but that shit sounded sketch. You know why it sounded sketch? It's because the way he was looking at the camera on. This is because when he was looking at the camera doing like this. Oh, and this is what controls it. I'm like, in other words, he's doing like this. That he's playing is like, yeah, and you guys believe anything. Instead of saying, and this is how we control it. He should have just said, and this is how we play the hell out y'all. That's what he should have said. Come on, ain't nobody trying to run no sub with no controller like that. Like you gonna trust the signal from that thing to work underwater anyway. When you can barely get those things to work, when you got when your Wi-Fi is strong, if you got those wireless controllers. Y'all funny as y'all stupid, man. Oh, damn, Derek Brady said 100%. And Michael and Mr. Johnson box talking board. Derek Brady said right at Gil Codes, yeah. Oh wow, y'all stupid. Mr. Johnson box talking board said, I bet they had a manual Atari style joystick. Oh right. Is that what it is? A ribbon fish? Yeah, it might be what it is, man. That shit look like a blown up ribbon fish. Sorry, place I told them at my job, make the job ain't them. Hey, don't say that, Sir Flame, because guess what? Eagle was thinking that same thing. I was thinking that same thing. I said, you know what they gonna say? Some Megalodon. Now they gonna bring up the Megalodon. Got their ass or something. I don't know, man. God dang. Gil Cole said, "Slew that Mr. Johnson box talking more." Yeah, that shit's. Hey, that shit. Y'all got me tears in my eyes. That shit's stupid, man. Yeah, it's like they want us to just fall for. They want us to fall for any. They want us to fall for any feint they throw at us, man. We talking boxing, but they want us to fall for any little feint. They want us to go. Oh, he bit all into it and take the second punch right straight in the face. It's like y'all get out of here with that shit, man. Oh man, so that's too. I'm telling you, it's just too. It's too hard. It's too unbelievable for me. Oh yeah, I'm a billionaire. I guess I'll just give it up. Let's go underwater. Let's go, man. Please, I don't even want to go a half a foot underwater in no sub, in no rinky-dink sub that it doesn't open from the inside. That they got to bolt my ass up in there. Or make sure you put the bolts on tight. That's a setup right there. If somebody think about it, that's too easy of a setup. Think about it. That's too easy of a setup, brother. If I wanted to off you, I'm like, okay, yeah, all the bolts is tight. I'm putting 1 pound of torque on each bolt. Shit, man, please, you going down? Hey, you going down? You go as soon as you get 3 feet under this, that shit's leaking. Come on, man, stop it. Y'all stop playing us with that shit, man. And I just read that little clip with 10,000 meters. Oh, you get out of here. 35. And they were only supposed to go, at the most they were going is 12,000 feet. And you got something that's been down 3 times that far. Stop. Stop it. Please stop. Please stop playing us and stop showing us the ribbon snake, the ribbon fish, or whatever. Stop showing us all kinds of clips of different shit. And okay, and this is another thing. That's right. We talking about it for a second. This is another thing that I understood. Now, if y'all understood this the way that I did, y'all put up a 1. If y'all understood this the way I did, I understand. Then when they make these deep dives like that the vessel is attached to some type of cables. Okay, he said Hammers Harding was he was the chairman of an aviation company. Yeah, see that part too. Yep, emergency meeting. I bet they had on Monday. Yeah, yeah, yep. But if y'all understand that, y'all put up a 1 if y'all understand, or is it to your understanding or from your best of your knowledge? This is not a court of law. This is a court of Eagles Way of Boxing. Y'all put up a 1 if from everything, all the information that you have gathered from these type of vehicles, is that they're always attached to at least a couple of cables. Y'all let me know if that's the case of what y'all seen. Because they not going to just play all of us. Because from my understanding, I've always seen these things when they, because I'm always interested in that type of, those type of shows and shit when they show underwater. Because I'm like, you do the shit, I'm not gonna do it. Um, every time I've seen this type of stuff, they've always had cables. They've always had cables on these vehicles, in case something happened. Matter of fact, uh, even this little Chinese one that I was just talking to you about. Matter of fact, it looks, this little Chinese one, it looks swollen. It looks swollen compared to the other one. So if that other one crushed, no, ain't no way in the hell. I'm gonna put this up in the chat. Ain't no way in the hell. Because if this one went down 10,000, this shit look, hey, this shit I'm looking at right now, y'all look janky as hell. This shit don't look like it'll go down. It don't look like it'll go down 10 feet without imploding. And if this shit made it, his backyard sub, the backyard subway should have made it. That's all. I'm just saying, the backyard sub should have made it. Yeah. So y'all look at that one. Y'all when y'all get a chance, look at that one I just gave y'all. Yeah. So if that made it, they so full of shit. Yeah. Here comes some more ones and shit. Derek Brady put up the one. Michael Johnson put up the one. Sir Flame put up the one. Guilt Coast already at depth. The pressure is so intense that if you were able to puncture a full scuba tank, the water would rush in before the air comes out. Well, if it just collapses, all the air just goes out. The air just it's like a water. It's like you pushing up the water out of a water balloon. It's just like that. But I'm just trying to think how in the hell. I mean, come on, y'all ain't hearing no man. Come on, even the movies I listen to. Hey, I'm a movie buff, man. Even the movies I listen to, when I hear all that creaking, they always like when they try to scare you in the movie when they underwater. They always make this kind of creaking sound, like you keep hearing that shit. It sound like little strange monsters and shit. And that's just the pressure. And then they show like a little something, and then they always have a way to section that off. My question is, what happened to the ballast tanks? The ballast tanks, what happened to those? They couldn't empty those and bring their ass back up. What happened to the cables? I'm sorry, man. This shit just too sketch, man. They messing with my ass. They messing with me, man. And if it's true, I mean, I feel bad, but I don't feel bad. I feel bad because it's a needless loss of life, but I don't feel bad because it seemed like your education would have you at a level to where you just say, you know what, that's not, I ain't going for this shit. Mr. Johnson's boxing talking more said, he said, from the preponderance of the evidence in Eagles Web Court, we deem the information circulating around the internet to be deemed bullcrap. That's right, brother. Mr. Johnson again, he said the air, yeah, the air out of you too. Yeah, man, get out of here with this shit, man. Y'all playing somebody. If anybody opened up that little link there, let me know. Put up a one if you opened up that link. Or put up a two, because y'all been putting up one. Put up a two if you opened up that link and look at that little janky ass ship that actually made it down 10,000 meters. Come on. Like, get your ass out of here. Y'all trying to play us. Just like he said, that from the preponderance of evidence in Eagles Web, we find that y'all full of you know what. Y'all full of shit. Yep. Okay, we'll get back on it a little bit. But, hey, so far as Lubin is concerned, now I did put him down for unanimous decision because I think he's still kind of shady. I don't trust him right now. He can come. He can get a knockout. Yeah, I don't trust him. I don't trust his work. He's not the style of fighter for me. I was never like really totally sold. I know a lot of people were kind of sold on him at first, but after that devastating knockout and then just getting he let the straw man beat up on him, and then the straw man went to sleep. Right now, it's like, oh man, he beat you up like that, and then went to sleep, and you want some more with him. I tell you what, if you do fight him again, get past this fight. But if you fight the straw man again, just go for the chin. Forget all the uppercuts and shit. Now Fundora, you're out there now, and you're exposed now. Everybody know that you got BCD, and it's not necessarily that you're gonna take a one-hitter quitter, but we're gonna hit you with the stunner, motherfucker. So they gonna hit you with the stunner, motherfucker, first. I'm not cursing. I said stunner, motherfucker. So they gonna hit you with the stunner, motherfucker, first, and then the two-piece. We know how to get you out of there now. Derek said I wouldn't have went down in the Chinese one either. Hell no. That shit looks sketchy as hell, don't it, Derek? Derek said no. Derek said yeah. He looked at it. Derek said he put up the two. He said no. That shit looks. I saw the link. They could have built him one of them. Hell no. T-Ray Promotions. I see you. Salute, brother. He put the eagle up with the thumbs up. Good. Yeah, we see you, brother. Yeah. Hey, Derek said no. Derek said nah, son. Derek said no. He said nah, son. He said either one of those subs. He said I ain't trying to go down in either one of those subs. So what does Lubin have to do? You know, we could talk about everything, but what do you guys think? What does Lubin have to do in order to get back into the junior middleweight picture? What does he have to do? And he actually can. It's kind of actually the junior middleweight is it's not really deep anymore, and there's not really a lot of threats. I mean, I was gonna do a whole thing on Tim Tszyu, but I'm not gonna do it because I think he has some goods, but I'm not gonna say that he is the goods. I'm not willing to go that far yet. You know what I mean? I'm not willing to go that far with him. I can say that he has some goods, but I'm not going to say that he is a good. D-Ray Promotion said, Derek Bailey by any means necessary. He said, blessings, fam. D-Ray, you better holler at everybody. You see Gil Coles up here. You see Sir Flame up here. You see Mr. Johnson boxing talking more. And you see Bruce Gas. And you see Sir Flame up here. And you see Jake Brown up in here. And whoever else. Hope I ain't missed nobody. Man, say salute to everybody, brothers. Mr. Johnson Boxing Talks More said, if a sub don't start with USS, he said, I'm not getting on it. He went. Yeah, people just, hey, that part right there, Mr. Johnson Boxing Talking More. People just getting on, they just hopping on anything. They hopping on Jared. They hopping on, I'm sorry. Y'all heard it come out of my mouth. I'm sorry, I have to say it. They getting on Jared Submarine and shit. There's not anything to say. So, oh, that's a sub. You can't just you can't even hop on anything that just says boat. Matter of fact, you can't even get in anything that's just called car. You can't get in a car that's named car. But what's the maker? Car. It's the car company made this. Nah, I'm good. I'm good, son. Ain't no telling what the brakes is like or none of that. Is that a Toyota? Yeah, I roll around in the Toyota or Honda. They got good, you know. They keep up good standards when it comes to their builds and shit. I ain't getting in no car called car. Man, F that. I said, y'all got me effed up if you think I'm about to roll around in a car that the manufacturer is called car. Yeah, people just exploring and all kinds of stuff. Now you got people just making these things. I watch that stuff a lot. You know, I watch that, and the thing is, the reason I end up watching this stuff is because I think it comes up in commercials, like if I'm on YouTube or if I'm on something else. So I've seen some of the new stuff that they got these little portable private ones. I don't know that I would actually still ride in one because water kind of freaks me out. I have to be on above the water, or I have to be in control. I have to be by myself when it comes to water. I can't be like encapsulated. You know, I got to be able to dive down and then, you know, swim my ass back up to the top and get the hell out when I need to. But these little private companies, they have these little cars now, and it's not the ones with the wheels. I don't, for lack of better words, these little. Okay, I know what they call. They call them submersibles. Now that one seems kind of cool. The one I seen off the coast of Hawaii or whatever it is, in one of these lakes that they had with the waters were nice and clear, and you can see the kelp and all that type of stuff down there. Now that one was kind of cool because it only goes like right below the surface, and you can get your ass up out of there if you need to. You know what I mean? Now something like that where you just barely, you 5 feet under and just checking out stuff like, oh, that's cool. Like, okay, I can dig it. You know, but being in some little small shit that somebody to put together, we almost done with it. On backyard sub and shit. No, I'm like, no, I'm good, brother. Yeah, I mean, so Michael Johnson's Mr. Boxing talking more. Michael Mister. Mr. Michael Johnson, boxing talking more. So hey brother, I told you out there though. I'll take Gil with me. Me and Gil, we'll take him out to the dock, right? Yeah, we'll take you out to the dock, brother. We'll back you up. Yeah, we'll back y'all's ass. You and Derek Bailey, we'll back y'all down and launch y'all out there. Be like, yeah, y'all go ahead. Let us know how that sub work out. I'll be sitting there the whole time with my binoculars and my GoPro and my camera going, my phone. I'll be broadcasting live. But that's a good point though. He said if it don't start with that USS, I ain't messing with it. Derek Bailey said salute at D-Ray Promotions. Mr. Johnson Boston talking more. Said I wouldn't get on a USS. I'm just saying worst case. Because I hear them subs, 50 men go down and 25 couples come back up. Mr. Johnson's back talking about, say, hell no. Derek Bay said, who? No, I'm talking about y'all. I said, y'all can go down. I said, me and Gail take you and Mr. Johnson's box and talk. Hey, we'll let y'all get in one of those little, those little twin subs that they got. Oh no, I didn't call it a sub. I call it what the name they use, a submersible. I said, me and Gil will take y'all to the dock. We'll back y'all's ass up and launch y'all out there. Like, go on, man. We'll see y'all in a minute. I said, we go ahead and bon voyage y'all's asses. Salute. Bon voyage, brothers. Yeah, we'll salute y'all all. We'll keep it a buck. We'll back up and then, hey. Derek said, no, I'm good. He said, no, hell no, I'm straight. He said, I'm good on that. The ocean ain't no joke, man. I don't care how big of a boat or whatever ship you own in the ocean. The ocean ain't no joke. Mr. Johnson said, nah, I'm good too. They both said, nah, I'm good. They said, I'm straight. I'm straight, Eagle. We don't need that. Yeah. But y'all answered my question. So what does Lubin have to do in such an open division in order? I'll give you guys my thoughts also. But what does Lubin have to do to get to make himself a star in the 154? Because the 154 is kind of open. If you realize there's a lot of people has been beaten out of that division. And not that they have actually been like beaten out like somebody like they just lost too much, but they lost the edge for how much punishment they took and some of the decisions they made. We lost a lot of fighters at 154 if you guys realize it. Because Hurd is no more 154, right? Harrison is that's probably a wrap. Lubin pretty much, beat down, and then I'm not even 100% sure about Fundora no more. I guarantee you guys are going to be hesitant, and yes, his opponent is just a complete submarine. God damn. A submersible. If the fighter he fights is not a submersible, you probably may be hesitant to even put him as a knockout winner or anything. Who else are we missing? J-Rock, Rosario. So it's just a lot. Castano might not be the same because he sit there and went to war with Jamel when he probably should have just said, you know what, I'm cool. He went to war. I think he took a little bit too much. I think he took too much punishment because that first. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the first knockdown that he took, I think that was actually enough. But then he had to take a devastating. He had to take a nice. He had to take a liver shot and then one upstairs too. That's hard to recover when you take a liver shot and you take one to the face too. You take a smashing blow to the head and you take a smashing blow to the body. That's like a double knockout because you're in so much pain you can't breathe. You got you know blood splattering all throughout your body and just I know I got me. I have to paint the graphic picture. For those that don't understand, you have to paint the graphic picture because they just, you took a couple punches, you're going to be all right. I don't know. And matter of fact, even the knockout that Fundora took when he was just sitting up on his elbows looking silly, looking at the ref like, I know. I got hit. I'm punch drunk, but how you doing, ref? When you sitting down there asking the ref how the ref doing and your ass is out, there's an issue with that. No, I wouldn't do y'all like that, Mr. Johnson Box Dog Boy. He said he ain't gonna give us a controller with no batteries in it. I wouldn't do y'all like that. Oh shit. Derek said all 100. Yeah, why you gotta co-sign with MJ? You know MJ that's messing with you, man. Don't be co-signing with MJ. Derek said, oh no. He said Tszyu is looking good. I don't think Lubin can beat him. Um, you know what? It's actually a good matchup though. Style wise, Lubin fighting him is a good matchup. That's actually a good matchup. Because Lubin is not going to be just coming forward being aggressive with him. He's going to be on the back foot and he doesn't throw like all those uppercuts. Tszyu doesn't throw a lot of uppercuts because that's all Lubin was getting caught with was uppercuts. Yeah. MJ said he said he gonna have to knock out his next two opponents or maybe try to get his leg back. And that's what it is, but he has a great opportunity. I already got my picks in. What do you guys have? How do you guys have the fight going with him? With Arias, how do you guys have him going? That's the key right there too, Derek Bailey. That Tszyu has been very active right now. He's active, and that's what a lot of people count on when it comes to this boxing. It does it. I'm gonna say with 80% of fighters, that's absolutely true. There's only about 20. Now, it may be a little bit less than 20% of fighters that don't have to really necessarily stay active and still beat your ass. It's only about 20%. It could be a little bit less than that, but it's a low number of people. If you think about all the fighters, so you figure like 20 out of 100 fighters don't necessarily need a fight that and can still whoop your ass after 18 months or 20 months. They can still whoop your ass. Now, those fighters that can do it are in hell houses. That's why they can do it. Because a lot of times their sparring is way harder than what you're going to bring to the table. The only thing you're bringing to the table that's different is the gloves. Smaller gloves. That's all you're bringing. If that's all you're bringing, you probably got to ask for becoming if you got these guys that, so you have these guys that is in these hell houses. And I don't know in the whole United States or even in the world how many hell houses there really are anymore like there used to be. I'm going to throw something out at y'all just to see. I'm going to see where everybody's mind at. So let's say in the 90s, Okay, let's say to even before that. Let's just say all the way up until the '90s, maybe a little bit after. Up until the '90s, name two hell houses when it comes to professional boxing. Hell, when I say hell houses, mean that the competition was so stiff and you was probably gonna take more of an ass whooping in sparring than you was if you fought. Which areas or which gyms? Now you don't have to name the gym itself, but if which area do you guys feel was the is had the hell houses back in like the up until at least the '90s? And also you can add today. How many do we have today? Where are they at now? And don't bring up uh, what do they call that one? Don't bring up the MTM's gym. No, that's not one of them. Not him at all. Yep. MJ said, "Yeah, I think that Lubin." He said, "I think Lubin gonna whoop him." Y'all got no rounds or nothing. Kronk was probably one. Yeah, Kronk for sure. Yeah, I said you didn't even have to name the gym. What's another one? I'm trying to get y'all over there so y'all can for the other one. That's one. There's one over there too. Look, see how my head is going. There's one over there too, y'all. I knew you. I knew you was gonna do that. I said no. I said not that, not the MTM gym. But what's the other one? Over there, y'all. I'm trying to get y'all to go over there see if y'all know what it is. So Kronk, that was yeah, a lot of competition up in there at that time. Oh, never mind. You said not your boy. He said I said not my boy. I never said he was my boy, man. Stop putting labels on me all the time, Derek. Derek always hit me with these labels. Yeah, you know how your boy. Derek be like, yo, you know how your boy is. What you mean? I know how my boy is. That ain't never been my boy, man. That ain't never been my boy. He could be, but I'd have to see. I'd have to see exactly what he does besides showing off uh, $18 million watches. Now, so guess what? So Jacob and Cole, now they came up with one. They came up with one that's more expensive than MTM's watch. So now that he thought he had the most expensive watch in the world, now he doesn't. Because they have one. If y'all saw it, they got one with the yellow with the gold diamonds. They got one with the gold diamonds. This 22 million. So now all that I'm showing off the most expensive watch because for some reason he likes to go there. That's too. You're doing too much. He likes to go there with the this is the most expensive watch in the world. Yeah, but you're not the richest in the world. Don't you know billionaires don't? It's just like it's like a billionaire is like a thousandaire compared to like a trillionaire. Because there's levels. And to be honest, if there's a trillionaire, then there has to be somebody past that. There has to be somebody that's past that they'll never talk about because they get paid to not ever mention their name. They get that hush money. Don't you ever mention us. But we'll put countries on you, not just, not that. The one in D.C., no, brother, Philly. I said up until the 90s. So Philly has always been known to have the toughest gyms. It's always been reported, even the boxing reporters would always report that. In the old media heads would always report the toughness of Philly gyms. But can you answer why are gyms like the Philly type? Why are Philly gyms? What is the reason? We'll see if you guys been keeping up with it. What's the reason that they say that they're kind of faltering, far as talent wise? Why they can't get these guys up to par? Why they can't get them up to a certain standard? Is their method? Why can't they get these fighters up to the standard that we need to see these Philly fighters back up to? He said, Crunk, yeah, that's it. We're gonna show you how to knock somebody out at 6'7", 275 pounds. He said, shaking my head, and people believe it. Yep. Yeah. Derek said, yeah, Philly gyms go hard. Yeah. But there's a reason why now that these gyms that they're saying that they're not where they should be anymore. And I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of sad, settling news. It's not really news, but it's just something that I observed and something that's happening now. All the so-called what they call old heads and all the old school trainers, they're slowly disappearing. We don't have them anymore. Georgie Benton's, um, Eddie Futch's, even Lou Duvas, Angelo Dundee's. Um, I keep forgetting the guy's name. What y'all know? The one with the eye. Arthur, Arthur McCanty, right? I don't know. I keep forgetting his name. Gil Clancy, right? These guys is we don't have these guys. They're the ones that they mentored and tutored don't want anything really to do with boxing. They're just analysts or they just want to talk. Some of the old methods are gone. But the throwback gyms sometimes they might use too much just old methods and old machinery and old ways of getting into shape. Now, I'm not saying like a lot of this stuff they do, like catching tennis balls and all that. That shit don't matter. You can bring up some new ways of training people, but that shit don't matter. What matters is you get your ass in there and just start you throwing hands, and you're protecting yourself, and you're moving slick, and things like that. Now I can agree with some of the shit I see them with now everybody's using the strings and the plastic noodles, and all that shit. Yes, it's hand and eye coordination, but it has to be the projection of that has to be at a target that's moving and throwing punches back at you. Not just ducking out the way of noodles and punching, and moving out the way of a ball. That's kind of old school. Some of it works, but then some of it is just not. It's not going to be applicable. Good old fashioned getting your ass in and just sparring and just that's it. Sparring just different people. I think that's one of the lost arts. Earl Spence seems to be doing that. He seems to be going like 15 rounds or whatever it is. He's putting in fresh meat every couple of rounds. That's one of the best things you can do because you're in a fight. That's crazy though. Damn. Bring somebody new up in here. Let's get this on. God dang. Yeah. But MJ said that most of these trainers these days aren't training proper defense. Yeah, that's another thing right now. Defense is like a lost art. People started hating when MTM was doing too much defense. Oh, he's too defensive. He ain't throwing no punches. Everybody crying. And now people getting knocked out. They easy. Man, how come he didn't block that? Just walking over like this and getting knocked out. Oh, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Poof. So, Ryan Garcia was on that what you gonna do shit. I hit hard. I'm faster than you. You ugly. This is blah, 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 blah. Him and Raleigh. Blah, 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 blah. No defense. Neither one of them got defense, and they talking reckless. You can't talk reckless like that and you ain't got no defense because ain't nobody working on nothing but offense. Ain't nobody really working on defense against you because they going to just keep the same defense they've been having, but they just going to work on like pressuring you and get to your chin. Because once a real fighter finds out that you don't have no chin, it's over with. That's all they looking for. Yeah. MJ say, look at Garcia. He got hit and quit. Back in the days, they would have beat the pussy cat out of him before he got in the ring. Yeah. They would have made you think if you wanted to. And that's a good point that you bring up too, though. So Just think about it. Back in the day, you might have got your ass whooped so bad to where that ass whoopings or those ass whoopings that you took, they more or less they were the signature move in order to talk your ass out of even trying to go pro. Derek Face said 100 at Mr. Johnson Box talking more. Yeah, no longer built like that. Yeah, they ain't. It's not that many. That's what, and that's one reason as far as Earl, I like him as a fighter because he's just rough and tough. Just rough and tough, and you got to show me that you can break me. Yeah. Look at Katie Taylor, all the shit she does is let her head to throw punches. Yeah. You put that head forward and just throw, huh? Somebody's going down. That's all I know. But if you can take it, but these fighters, they can't. I mean, let's think about how many unexpected knockouts we done had recently. Like really totally unexpected. Like we're just getting knockouts that is totally unexpected and stuff like that. It's crazy. But we're gonna see what the brother can do, though, man. I'm hoping that he comes back. I'm rooting for him. Like I said, I was never like a great fan of his. I could see his potential. He has to break out of his hesitancy, and just he has to let his. I mean, he wants to have perfect. To me, this is my observation: is that he wants to have perfect opportunities, and you got to stop looking for perfect opportunities and let them hands go. Derek said, "Get your ass out there and fight." They don't have that no more. They don't have that. Get your ass out there and fight no more, huh, Derek? That G. And he said they don't have that GYAOTAF in them. Get your ass out there and fight. Like that's the old school. That's the old school seconds. That's what the old school. That's how the old school seconds looked at you like, huh? Hey, why they had to get their ass out there and fight, Derek? Derek can tell you. You had to get your ass out there and fight for the seconds, but it was a reason. Hey, but you get your ass out there. They pat your ass up, put a little bit of they throw a little bit of not even Vaseline. They just throw any kind of grease. They throw some grease on you. Get your ass out there. But shit, they might have to slip a couple of rocks in your gloves or something. Hey, but I'm not condoning that shit, but I'm saying get your ass out there. Get your ass out there and fight because you need to go out there and get us paid. You need to get this money in. Shit, we ain't trying to go without. You start getting your ass whooped, and somebody in your corner start going out in between rounds. They go making bets against you. Tell about you gonna lose in they got you losing in round 8, and they supposed to have your back. Yeah, he said you don't train Ryan, he trains you. Laughing my ass off. So Ryan is paying Goosebumps for to coordinate. He said John Witherspoon voice. Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with him. Get your ass out there and fight. Says you ain't got to worry about catching the dog. You got to worry about the dog catching your ass. So you don't want me to train you. You want because you ain't trainable. You train yourself. So that's why you went out there and got your ass knocked out. You win with these. Yeah, you win with these, all right. If you can throw those, then you win with those. But if you can't throw those, then you are going to lose with those. You got your ass knocked the out. Yeah. I gotta take my ass to work, y'all. I'm just thinking about Derek. Y'all ain't gonna be holding me hostage today, man. But y'all, everybody, make sure y'all bless up, man. Y'all have a great weekend out there, man. And hopefully we'll get something. We'll get something for this weekend. We'll have some kind of excitement. I'm really interested in this Lubin fight though, man, because I got to see what he can do, man. He's in the open field right now. He can do stuff. Even if he gets some kind of interim, he can get his name stamped back as some type of champion, especially because like I said, Fundora just he got the knockout where hey what? And if you go back and look at the knockout and see how he was looking at the ref, he was looking at the ref like he was all like he had been drinking. Hey ref, I like you. What do you? He was up on his. He was up on his. He was actually sitting up. He's sitting up on one elbow like. Ref, I don't know, ref. I don't know what life is about. Maybe you can let me know. And the whole time the ref is talking about 10. Michael Johnson laughing. Okay, MJ. That sounds about right there, MJ. Boxer talking more yet. There, he says, no. He said they trained them to take a dive, yep. That's what it seemed like. That's crazy as hell, though, when you letting the fighter tell you, I mean, he's not, I mean, you could, if you're Sugar Ray Leonard or Ali or something, or Mayweather, yeah, you can do that shit. But he's not at that status, man. But shut the F up and sit your ass down and, or what you tell them there, get your ass out there and fight. Okay, my shout out to all the real people that I see, and my shout out to all y'all that mess with me, man. It was a great show, man. Don't go riding around in nobody's tin cans, y'all. Don't worry, and MJ, you and Derek Beatty, don't worry about me and Gil Coles. We got y'all. We gonna launch y'all, man. Y'all just let us know. Y'all let us know when y'all want to get that little sub, so we gonna go ahead and launch y'all's asses off in that ocean over there. Let us know let us know how many starfish y'all see at the bottom. No, let me see what MJ got before I get out of here. He said, Derek, I got a guy perfect for your fighter to look food against. Okay, wonder why most UK fighters fight the same. Besides the promoters, favorites. He said, no. He said 2 feet on the ground. Oh, come on, brother. Let us launch y'all, man. All right, I'm going to catch y'all, man. Peace to all my good people out there, man. Yeah, I'll catch y'all later, man.